Good morning and welcome to Piccadilly Gardens. As you've probably gathered by now, we are exploring Manchester this morning, so I'm just waiting for the off-peak times to start so we can get my Metrolink day pass. I think we've got about 13 minutes now, so see you then. Right, let's get this tram ticket then. While I'm walking to the tram stop, I just wanted to say that this video is coming out on a Sunday, and that is because I wouldn't have had time to edit it if it was coming out on the Saturday. So I've decided to completely change the uploading schedule, and every video from now will be coming out every Sunday at 8 every single week. And here we are, we've got our nice yellow off-peak one-day travel card, and our first stop is St Peter's Square, and I think that tram arrives in about 3 minutes. I'm on the tram, we're only on here for one stop, and on my way in at Piccadilly Gardens, the door almost crushed me.
We're now approaching St Peter's Square, where you can change for services to Exchange Square, Oldham and Rochdale.
So we're nearly there. Right, so enough of the Metrolink trams, let's actually get to exploring a little bit. So, as you know, I am in St Peter's Square, where I just got off that tram there. For some reason it hasn't left yet. That one's going on to Media City UK, which is where I'm going to end up later on. Right in front of me, I have got the giant, I must say, library, which honestly makes me think, is the one in Birmingham actually the biggest in the UK? I don't actually know. I'm going to circle around the old town hall and then get back on the tram in a few moments. And I think there's another square down there that I discovered in my research. But all I know about the town hall is I think it's being renovated at the moment. I'd show you if I could actually find it, but I have no idea where it is. I know it's right next to the library, which I'm just coming past now. Ah, there it is. You can see the white scaffolding, which is just covering it at the moment. Even on Google Earth, when I was doing my research, all you can see is a white splotch. And that was the old town hall, which I think is, I'm not sure. Yesterday I was told it's going to be a job of a lifetime. So I'm assuming it's going to be like that for a while. They're doing something with the spire, but I honestly have no idea. You'll have to talk to someone who actually knows about that. Anyway, enough of me probably giving you false information. Here it actually is. So you can see the highest point up there isn't covered in scaffolding anymore, but the rest is just a big white block and it's very out of place. And who's this then? William Gladstone. I have no idea who that is. I don't know if he's good or bad. So I'm not going to make any comments on it. If you know who this is, let me know in the comments, as always. So yeah, I should probably mention this is a very noisy part of Manchester at the moment, but it's still really nice and I definitely recommend coming here, even if it's just for a few seconds. It has its own tram stop, so you might as well while you're on your way to Media City. I'm going back on myself again now because they've cut the pavement off because of the town hall. Honestly, I said this last time in the Birmingham video, I really don't mind. If it's for development, you can shut all the pavements, all you like. I say that, if they shut a pavement in the town I live in, I'd probably be quite annoyed. If you've made it this far in the video, I think I can safely say that you're enjoying it, so why not subscribe to lock yourself in as an OG, because I think things on this channel are about to get wild. Right, I'm back in St Peter's Square, and we're going to move on to the next point now, which is this other square I found in my research, and I think it's just down that road. I don't think you can get to it by tram, but it's only a 30-second walk, so there's no point. I said it's a 30-second walk, it's more like a 6-minute walk, but it's really easy, we just have to follow the same road, and I think it's just on the tram tracks. There's no tram stop though. I'm still getting used to the way they cross the roads here. Obviously it's no different because we're still in the UK, but the people do it so much differently. Anyway, just take a look at this lovely urban view we have here. Despite the fact that Manchester's smaller, it's so much more modern than Birmingham is. Anyway, here's that second square I was talking about, and honestly it's a little bit underwhelming, it's a little bit smaller than I thought it was, but the view is still just as good nonetheless. Also, does anyone know what this is? It just seems a little bit useless to me, but if you know, tell me. There's a little bit of water down there, and I have no idea where that came from. I think maybe it is a canal. I don't know, I really don't know. We have to go back to St Peter's Square now to catch the next tram, and to save you the boringness of it, I'll see you there. Okay, we're going to Media City next. That tram arrives in 1 minute from now. I think it's about half an hour ride, so I'll try and make it as entertaining as possible for you. Right, as you can see, I'm on the tram. I've decided I'm going to get off at Salford Quays instead of Media City, and I'm just going to walk from there. We just stopped at Salford Quays, and I've decided I'm going to get off at Harbour City and then walk to Media City after that. I just got off at Harbour City after a bit of a rush on the tram because there were some people blocking the doors with their pushchairs. They were quite crowded, and all the services terminate at Media City going west, I think. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. So there were a lot of people on there who were hoping to get to Media City, mostly tourists. So that's what you get when you get an off-peak ticket. But it's not really an issue. I got off fine and I'm now starting my walk there. I'm just surrounded by water and mid-rise flat blocks at the moment. So I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, but there is the BBC building. And I was watching BBC Breakfast this morning and I was thinking, I'm going to be there later on, and here I am. And there's the other famous building you can see there as well. I have no idea what it's called, but it's a little bit of an eyesore. What does it say? War Museum North, I think it says. I don't really know, I can't see from here, I broke my glasses yesterday. Honestly, at the moment, I'm very happy to be here because I waited quite a long time to come to Manchester and Media City was one of the things I really wanted to do. And there's the BBC building. Just have to find the actual Media City building now. Can't see it anywhere, although I do see the water. I'm tempted to go down there in a moment. BBC Sport over there, they'll all be off in Paris at the moment, and there it is. Media City. It's empty here. It is not very busy at all. Should probably mention it's a Thursday and it's in the summer holidays. So where am I going now? Don't even know. Right, I was directed to a Pret right on the waterside and I was contemplating getting something, but I've decided against it and I'm just going to explore the different BBC buildings. There's loads around here. I think there's one called the Dock House over there, the Dockyard, the Bridgewater or something like that. So I should probably mention we're not actually in Manchester anymore. While we are still in the county, Greater Manchester, we're actually in a city called Salford, which I'm sure all the people watching this video right now actually know that. But if you don't, then here you go. And Salford is, I think it's usually considered not a particularly nice place. But this side of Salford is like the nicest spot I've been to this year, I'd say. It's just sunny, very modern, pedestrianised everywhere. People riding bikes. And it's not very busy, especially on a Thursday in the summer holidays. So yeah, I'm just going to explore around Media City a bit now. It's right here in front of me. I'm going to head down towards that strange building now, just along the water here, very beautiful. You can see the reflections in the water, so I do like that. I think it says Imperial War Museum now, but I don't know, I'll see when I get there. Yup, it says Imperial War Museum North, so obviously I'm not going to go in now, don't even know if it's open, but I definitely recommend going in there because I've seen some excellent pictures from inside. But I always see that building in the background on BBC Breakfast. I'm just wondering what it is. Like, it doesn't look particularly welcoming, does it? It is very fantastic though, and I don't see any windows there, so I don't see how it can be particularly favourable. But I think it is really nice inside, so I'd recommend going. I'm going to try and walk across the water on that bridge now, and honestly, it looks like the kind of bridge you pay for. What's it called? A toll bridge. I'm going to try and get up there. I don't have any money on me at the moment, so if it's a toll bridge, I can't get over. So it was completely free to walk over, and this is just epic. I know it's just a bridge, but just look at that. Here is another one of those crazy buildings, and this one does actually have a window, but I just don't, I think it's a cinema. It just doesn't look very appealing, but it's still really cool. I just don't get how they do it. I'm really glad the weather's turned out like this because it was really, really rainy last night. I heard it in the hotel room. It was just horrible, and I couldn't sleep either. I should probably also say I don't know where I am. Look at those flat blocks over there. They're just crazy. They look, I reckon they're really expensive as well. Right, there's Media City and all the big BBC buildings over there, so I'm going in the correct direction, so that is excellent because I do not want to get lost. Seem to have done a massive loop along a load of buildings and bridges, so at least I'm exploring the area, aren't I? So I just got approached by two TikTokers who they said they were on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everything else. Their name was Bex Card UK, and they were basically just quizzing me on money and stuff. So it was like, what was the first country to use paper money? What currency do they use in Japan? It was very strange and odd, but that's one of the things I like about being in big cities. So obviously I'm still in Media City. I just need to quickly take a thumbnail photo and then I'm going to be off on the tram to go and film my next video. So I'll see you back in Piccadilly this evening to film some more stuff, which we saw last night, and I think it was really cool. So just stay tuned for that, and I'll see you there. Right, I'm back. It's the same day. I'm in my hotel room near Piccadilly Gardens, and outside this window is a whole lot of very interesting evening life, which I discovered last night. So I think first of all we're going to head over to Piccadilly Gardens, and we might go to a few other squares. Just about half an hour, some nice evening filming. Hopefully shouldn't be too stressful, so let's go. Right, let's go. It's a very heavy door. Right, I'm walking towards Piccadilly Gardens now, and honestly, I wouldn't say it's the safest time to be out in Manchester, but it's still really fun. I'm at Piccadilly Gardens. It is jam-packed with people, considering it's quite a nice night. It's about 8:30 at the moment, and there's just so many people here. It's quite impressive, actually, how they managed to keep it so popular. They're playing volleyball with a football at 9 o'clock at night, and I think they probably do this every day, because they were here yesterday as well. I was going to go in some shops, but they all shut at 9, so I don't really see much point anyway. We're going to get straight on the tram and hopefully get to Exchange Square if we can. I still have my pass from earlier. I think it's valid all the way from 9:30 to midnight, and I don't think there's any evening peak hours, which is very useful, so you can go out in the evening if you want. I do like being surrounded by skyscrapers everywhere you go. It's very nice, but I'm sure it gets quite boring when you live here. I want to go to Exchange Square, and I think you have to change at St. Peter's Square first and get on the brown or pink line to there. I think it's a 5-minute walk from here, so I don't really see much point, but we paid for the ticket, so might as well use it, right? Also, benefits are I like being on trams, and we get to go to St. Peter's Square as well, so that's nice. Anyway, I want to go to Exchange Square because of the cathedral, and I think there's also a really nice water feature. Hopefully there's some life there. Don't want it to be dead after going there, because we have to get back as well. So I want there to kind of be a point in going out, so yeah, let's just see. Hopefully it's good. Make good content. Right, change of plan. Next tram is in 23 minutes, so might as well just walk. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I don't think it makes much of a difference. In fact, we've probably saved time. We just don't really get to be on a tram, and we don't get to go to St. Peter's Square. So not too bad. We still get to where we need to go, and in fact we get there faster. I'm walking towards the Arndale, and this area is just so much different in the evening as it is in the daytime. It's crazy. So this afternoon I was off filming next week's video. I just found this in my pocket. It's a bit of a clue as to what it is. If you think you know where I went, comment down below. I'm just underneath the Arndale now. I think I'm underneath the food court, I'm not quite sure. And there's a load of people there with lanyards around their neck saying, "Thank you for smiling." So, I mean, that's quite nice. But I don't know why they're out in the middle of the night doing it. I say middle of the night, late evening. We were up there just yesterday, and I saw a man sprinting at full speed down this road. I think he probably missed his tram and he was racing it. So, yeah, I mean, miss your tram. You always have a chance, so you might as well try. This is the most modern phone box I've probably ever seen in my life. I was here earlier and I mentioned about the water feature, and here it is. It's all lit up. Look at that. That is so cool. It looks so much cooler in person than it does on camera, but still. That's epic. Manchester Cathedral's just down here. I never thought it was this far north in Manchester. I thought it was at the very south next to some sort of A road. But I didn't think I'd be coming here, and here it is. That is so cool. By the way, if I sound like I'm dragging things out sometimes, it's just I'm really tired at the moment. I just had to film 2 videos in one day. One video was inside the other video, and I'm doing it again, so, you know, kind of proving my own point very, very easily. Another epically modern area here in Manchester, and that is excellent on the camera. For once, it doesn't look as good in real life as it does on camera. That is so cool with the sunset in the background. We've got either a river or a canal here. I think it's a river. Either the Irwell or the Bridgewater, and I think there might be a Bridgewater Irwell as well, but I think that's a canal. I'm not sure. And here's the cathedral tower. It looks exactly the same as it did in my research. I just didn't think I'd be coming here. And the clock is ever so slightly lit up. Yeah, just another quick look at this view because it is so cool. I'm really glad I'm getting this on camera today. And straight from that modern view by the river, we're already in the Tudor style buildings, I suppose, with pubs and pizzerias surrounding by us. You can see I'm very tired. In the middle of Manchester city centre, you just have Tudor pubs that have managed to stay there. In fact, that's fake. I've only just noticed that's painted on. Still very cool though. The next mission we're going on is a hunt for food. I kind of want to take it back to the hotel room, but I don't know. Quick stop at this bar right outside of Selfridges. It is very strange around here. It's just a very temporary bar. And then when you look up, you've just got skyscrapers. They're blasting music out here at the moment, so I'll see you when we're out of here. Right, we're out. We're going to get Pizza Hut for dinner because it's the quickest and easiest thing to do, and it's getting on for 10 o'clock at night, so I don't want it to get too scary out here until we get home. So I say home, back to the hotel. You can see I'm quite tired. I'm trying to be quick in here because it is getting dark and I don't really want to be in Manchester at night. Right, it's getting very late. I'm just going to see you in the hotel with our pizza, hopefully for the last shot of the day. Right, finally, I'm in the hotel room. I've got the pizza and all I want to do is go to bed. So I'll see you next week for a very exciting video on the seaside, and goodbye.